trees so large?
They're easy to find. Chunky's pretty
Alrighty.
dangerous with it, and little
Good
animals will climb
afternoon, Twitch. My name's Zalo, and welcome back to more The Elder Scrolls Online. I think the last time I was streaming, I was slowly working on the points of interest, and then Buddy joined the party. We decided to have a long-winded conversation while I started just hammering out whatever things I could. Now hopefully this time I can take care of some of the points of interest I've already discovered and whatnot. Finish this, and maybe we'll get started genuinely on some of the skill lines. There's like 3 points of interest right here. Let's see what's up. The Blood Fiend. I wonder if I can backstab Blood Fiends.
Do you smell that? The air here. It's almost sweet. Be wary. There are vampires about. And that smell means they're on the prowl. It's best you don't wander alone.
I can handle myself.
I can see that. You didn't flinch when that vampire attacked. Name's Sabon. Me and my partners came here to hunt a certain vampire lord. But the infestation is worse than we thought. We could use someone like you.
What is the plan?
The beasts are feral with hunger. We're going to use it against them. Lure them into a trap. Before we get started, you really ought to meet the team. That is, if you're still interested.
Absolutely.
The camp is just south of the abandoned orc settlement.
I'll meet you there.
Excellent. When you arrive, I'll introduce you to the rest of my team.
Okay. Nope, can't blade a wolf blood fiends. Oh, I don't have any backup.
What new tale will we tell?
Well, I got my... There's my Welkinar outfit and Isabel's
Met your match.
Ascendant Order outfit. Oh.
You made it. Excellent.
Where's the rest of your team?
Closer than you might think. You want to meet them?
Certainly.
Zungard, Agalir, come meet our new friend.
No need to shout, Subon.
I honestly thought we were about to get ambushed.
Are you ready to take the sword to these aberrations? Oblivion's own children.
I'm ready.
That's all I need to know. Anyone who tries to harm us will answer to my blade.
This guy's only using a bow.
A new recruit, eh? I hope you can keep pace. The blood will run fast and thick when the vampires attack, and I can't watch your back and mine.
Do you expect a lot of resistance?
Gods, I hope so. But don't let Ogilier hear me say it. Superstitious Redguard. I say you don't become a vampire hunter if you don't like taking risks. The more they fight, the more fun it is.
Agreed.
Looks like you've made your introductions. Time to get to work.
How exactly is this going to work?
All right. Pay close attention. I'll try to be brief, but if we don't all focus on doing our job, we're as good as dead. The vampires in this area are controlled by a single powerful vampire lord. He likely sired most of them himself.
So what's the plan?
Take this bloodstone. Don't lose it. It has the power to turn water to blood and whip up a ferocious hunger in the most sated vampire. When the time is right, we're going to use it to lure the vampire lord out of his hidey hole.
Easy enough. Alright.
Listen closely. This is the plan. We're going to lay a trap in the abandoned village up the hill. Zungarg, you guard the west gate.
No one's getting by me.
Agalir, you're on the ridge by the east gate.
May the divines guide my bow.
I'll take the north. Our new friend will use the bloodstone to lay the bait in the well at the center of town.
I love this part.
Drop the bloodstone into the well. Blood will spout forth, and it'll draw the vampires out of hiding. We'll be waiting to cut them down. The vampire lord won't sit by while we thin his flock. If you see him, whistle. If everyone's ready, let's get into position.
Whoever kills the fewest bloodsuckers buys the drinks.
Don't joke, lest the divines punish your frivolity.
What I wouldn't give for like a whatchamacallit from Supernatural, the monster radar. Feel bad for this wood elf. Wasn't even a frostbite spider. Right. Time to... It's gonna say march in the front gate, and there's nobody here, so... This looks like an orc settlement. Oh boy.
Look out! They're coming from the stables!
What?
I hear something in the old smith. Stay sharp.
The fact that such magic exists, you could technically coexist with vampires. You just need a source of water.
Kill these things all day. They are swarming out of the longhouse. Stand firm. That's the last of them. Good work. Damn it! What went wrong? The Vampire Lord should have appeared by now. Where are Zungarg and Agalir?
I haven't seen them.
Everyone was in their places. The plan was working perfectly. This doesn't bode well. I'll go west and see if I can find Zungarg. You go to the east gate and look for Agalir. Keep your guard up. There's no end to vampire tricks.
Agreed. There's a blackened husk?
Oh no! Not Agalir! No. Not Agalir! I'm such a fool. Clearly the Vampire Lord saw through our trap. Agalir's death is on my head.
Did you find Zungarg?
No. No body either. It's no comfort. When dealing with vampires, The lack of a body usually only means one thing. I pray I'm wrong.
What do we do now?
We need to keep looking for Zundark. And if he's... Oh, praise Stendarr! There he is! I never thought I'd be so happy to see that stupid orc in all my days.
Oh, that ain't good.
I followed the vampire lord right to his lair. It's in the cave, north of town.
Quick, follow him! Slay the vampire lord! For Agalir!
This is clearly a trap. And there's that, whatchamacallit, that, point of view, that viewpoint I was talking about. Might as well hit this dome, and I don't have a reason to, but I will hit it just to have it. I don't remember what Isabel liked about killing specific Daedra, but I'm just glad I'm ranking up her rapport. I thought it would have been done by now. I was expecting it to be a two-part quest, kind of like with Miri, but it's interesting to note that they improve upon things as time progresses.
Plainmeld will go on as planned. You cannot stop it.
There we go. It ain't gonna happen, Molag Bal. It ain't gonna happen. Alright. I wonder if I have the, if I am powerful enough to take on this boss by myself. We'll find out.
Set it ablaze! What do you say to some celebratory sweets?
Wouldn't mind. There's our target.
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
Somehow I doubt that I would have the power to kill this guy with one hit like that. Oh, somebody who can actually react to enemy attacks and other shit. You don't see that happen very often in group PvE activities. Makes you wonder how many people actually paid attention during the tutorial. This guy doesn't seem that bad of a world boss, honestly. Alright. Hey, I finally got a Fallen Knights pack. Alright. Away we go.
Where are we going?
I hope these feathers are not, like, made of, like, plastic or something hard enough to puncture somebody's eyes. Hit a bumpy enough road or a hard break and Isabel's gonna lose an eye. You know, as far as plot twists go, I can see this going one of two ways. Either Zungard is the Vampire Lord, or he got turned.
My blade is yours. We've got this.
Fan out!
Oh, did I tell you? You got turned. What are the odds of Sky Shard is down here? That happened.
So that's it then. The Vampire Lord is dead. As are Zungard and Agalir. I've lost partners before, but you never used to it. I feel responsible.
What are you going to do now?
I'll bury my friends. Then, I suppose I'll seek out more companions in the next vampire lair. I can't rest until this scourge is wiped from Tamriel. Sungark and Agalir felt the same. Thank you for your help, friend.
Should really pop an experience scroll. Okay. Well, guess I'll hit that one. Was wondering if maybe there was a lore book here or something. Oh, speaking of lore books. Alright. What's happening over here? There's a note on the ground. That's always a good sign. Harass Barkbite Stronghold, no casualties. Wear them down. Return to Camp Injured, study the map to the back so you don't get lost. Group out shows location of Barkbite Stronghold. Take the note.
You're no bandit. Not like the others, at least. Watch where you step. Bandit corpses get a little mushy.
What happened here?
Bandits, running themselves onto our swords, drove them off for now. Thing is, there are far more bandits than we have swords. With so many afflicted by the curse, we can't hunt them down and kill them in their beds.
A curse. What kind of curse?
Magical sickness? Shaman Bogum handles all that. Me, I guard the gate. Know anything about stopping curses? Head inside. Shaman said he needs another set of hands.
I'll speak with Shaman Bogum. That's... So there are orc settlements all over the place. Is there a lore book here?
Yes, I'll have the poultice ready in a moment. Wait, who are you?
I've heard you need help with a curse.
Curse? No. My Bloodkin are loyal to the last, but at times they're thicker than Trolldun. It's clearly poison, though how it affected so many is indeed curious. Why do you ask?
Sharnock said you needed help.
Then here, take this list. Everyone who fell ill had 3 similarities. They ate food cooked in the same pot, drank water from the same well, and wore clothes washed in the same stream. Bring a sample from each. We'll find the source of the poison.
Are you certain it's poison?
I've dealt with sickness, broken bones, and plague. This is poison, I have no doubt. Symptoms are very similar to bites from the spiders in our tin mine. I'm thankful none have died, but it's damn inconvenient. The bandit attacks are relentless.
Do you think the bandits poisoned your village?
I won't know anything for certain until I get those samples. I don't have time for
Hmm. It's probably a lore book in one of these tents. Should be a bit more diligent about searching everything, but I don't got time.
Have you collected everything on the list?
Here are the samples.
Good. This should only take a few moments. Clothes are fine. The poison wasn't in the stream. The meat is cooked past the point of edibility, but no poison. If it's not in the well water, we'll need to rethink this. Wait, do you smell that? Aha, that's it. It's in the well water.
Okay.
The poison was in the well water. Even better, I know exactly what kind it is.
What is it?
Spider venom. Enough to incapacitate, but not kill. Odd. Mingling with water in such a fashion would require a variety of alchemical compounds to dilute the venom.
Are you saying this wasn't an accident?
I'm saying it's odd, that's all. What's important now is the antidote. The venom is common to the spiders infesting our tin mine, but I'll need a concentrated amount.
I can get the venom for you.
Look for broodmothers. Their venom sacs are potent and durable enough not to pop when you smash the filthy creatures. They hate the light, so you need to search the deepest parts of the mine.
Easy enough. Is that why the, Man. Fucking help it, I'm gonna avoid combat as much as possible. And if I'm lucky, the warden I saw in the longhouse has been through here recently. Wait. Well, what was the point of having all this shit here? Thought maybe a lore book or a crystal or something. I mean, not crystal, a sky shard or something. Which means I have to go buy the spider.
Met your match.
Turn the Reeman's Bluff. Okay. Nothing here worth taking.
You, outsider! Bandits broke into the village! Bandits rushed the gates and scaled the walls. There's not enough of us to drive them back.
Are you alright?
Broken arm. It's nothing. Stand with us! Drive these bandits into the mud!
You got it. there's a chest here. It's a simple chest. But I know there's another player in the area, so I want to get it first. Even if it isn't really that worthwhile. Alright.
I don't hear the sounds of battle. Are the bandits driven off?
I thinned them out. Here's the venom sac you wanted.
Then I'll distill an antidote immediately. With so many poison, we couldn't have repelled the bandits without your help. Someone deliberately poisoned our strongholds well. The sickness began the day of the bandits' first attack. It couldn't have been them, not directly. You should speak with Moramat, one of Chief Dushkul's wives.
Why?
She's tended the chief since he fell ill. You've shown you stand with the stronghold, and for that, you'll remain welcome. But if you wish to stop the poisoner, you'll need her approval, or the others won't help.
I'll talk to her.
What is to become of me? You've proven yourself Bloodkith to our stronghold. If any here would call you outsider, you are welcome to answer with the back of your hand. Now, what is it you need?
Shaman Bogum said I should speak with you about the poisoner.
Yes, he convinced me there was never a curse. Know that while Chief Dushkul remains ill, I speak on his behalf. I'm his hearthwife, and I say the poisoner must be brought to justice.
Who could it be?
The sickness happened before the first bandit attack. None are missing from the stronghold. The poisoner must be among us. Can't be any of the victims. There are unpleasant symptoms. Very unpleasant.
What do you propose?
Speak with the unafflicted. Find out where they were the night before the sickness began. Return to me with their tales, and we can find the lies within them.
Joy. Give me a pad and some paper and a pen. I'm never gonna remember any of it. 5 people? Shit.
Ah, the hero. What do you want?
Marmot asked me to investigate the poisoning of the well.
It's shameful for the raiders to do such a thing. They must have dropped the poison in the well during one of their attacks.
Everyone was poisoned before the first attack.
If you say so. It's been a blur. Can't even remember when I last slept.
Where were you before everyone became ill?
Checking and oiling weapons in the longhouse. Bad for the bandits when they attacked. Still didn't keep them from poisoning the well.
Okay.
The sound of a hammer on iron is a beautiful thing to hear, whether in battle or at the forge. But our mine produces tin. Can't keep a good rhythm with tin.
Marmot asked me to investigate the poisoning of the well.
Once the chief is back on his feet, I'll be the new forge wife. Then we'll see who gives the orders. Not that you care. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Where were you? What have you done since the attacks began?
Shored up defenses, repaired weapons and armor for the few warriors left standing. Haven't you heard the ring of my hammer? Used it on a few bandits, too. Bandit helmets can't take 3 hits. Clang, clang, crunch. Shoddy workmanship.
Those defenses didn't prevent the bandits from getting in.
If I wanted to sabotage this stronghold, I could have the walls topple or make shoddy blades that crumble in our warriors' hands. Yet the walls stand fast and our weapons strike true. Any other insults you care to toss at me? I have metal to work.
Where were you before everyone became ill?
Right here, stoking the forge while my apprentice ran errands for Moramat. Think she can take her away, make my work shoddier? Besides, temperature changes can ruin the metal. I didn't have a choice.
Hello, Bloodkith. Heard you gutted some bandits in the attack.
Why leave your gates open when bandits attack?
Because bandits are dumb. They think an open gate is a weakness, so they all head for it. But we cut them down before they get inside.
What if they have bows? Couldn't they shoot you?
They could, but they don't. The ones with bows won't fire their arrows at us. So we stand here as bait for the ones without bows. Then they come, and we make them decorate the cobbles. Told you, bandits are dumb.
Mormont asked me to investigate the poisoning of the well.
You mean the curse? Sure, I'll help any way I can. It's what I do. Most of our warriors are sick in their beds, or barely able to hold an axe. More bandits for me.
Why didn't the poison affect you?
The curse couldn't poison me. Nothing can. When I find a new bug or beast, I don't just kill it. I eat it to gain its strength. Sometimes you pay for it, but you've never truly conquered something until you've buried it in the ground.
Where were you before everyone became ill?
Training with Nemorath near the front gate. He opens himself to counterattacks when he lunges. Knew it would hurt him eventually, but he survived the attack. So he'll remember next time. Or not, and he'll die. He should really try to remember.
Ooh, okay.
The stronghold survived because of your help. We won't forget this.
Mormont asked me to investigate the poisoning of the well.
Wish we were back in the mines, even with all those spiders. At least Moramot is safe in the Longhouse.
Why weren't you affected by the poison?
Seems a week doesn't pass without a spider bite in the mines. It comes with the job. Suppose old bites and dizzy spells kept me safe from the poison. I don't know what else to say.
You seem nervous. Is there something you aren't telling me?
Nothing. I'm a horrible liar. Everybody knows it. The chief got sick. We have a history, and I don't want Moramot to think I poisoned him, alright? It'd be terrible.
What's your problem with the chief? Is it Mormont?
That obvious? I mean, no, nothing like that. Chief and I disagreed over the mine's value, but we resolved things. We don't see eye to eye on trade matters, but I'm no traitor to the stronghold, and I'd never do anything to hurt Moramot.
Where were you before everyone became ill?
Getting battered by Sharnov. I always end up bruised, but I'm a better warrior for it. Sure half the village saw me getting knocked around. You can ask anyone.
Interesting. Why am I going back into the mines? Oh, probably because it's alternate place. It's a different way to go now.
Yes? What is it now?
Can you tell me whose knife this is?
Let me see. That belongs to Rakaz, my apprentice. You can see where the hilt doesn't quite fit the blade. Wish I could say it was one of her first attempts, but she's a slow learner.
What is it now?
Found your blade in the mine.
So? I needed some ore. 3 spiders came from nowhere and I had to defend myself. I must have lost it in my rush to escape. It's a wonder I made it out of there alive.
How did you have time to cut out the venom sacs?
Fine, you got me. Are you satisfied? I did it for the town, and if you noticed, I made sure not to use too much, just like Gargak taught me.
What does Gargak have to do with this?
Gargak is the rightful chief of this stronghold. His brother is half the man and an utter fool. He won the trial by fighting dirty. I am simply trying to help set things right.
Mormont will want to speak with you.
Sorry to disappoint, but I don't plan to walk into my death. There's more to the brother's story than you've been told. Please don't rush into anything. Seek out Gargak and hear his side of the story before deciding what you believe.
I'll think about it, but in the meantime I need to bring you to Mormont so you can't hurt anyone else.
I don't think so.
Seems like I missed somebody to talk to.
What have you found?
Rakaz was the poisoner. She was working for Gargak.
What has the fool girl done? Never mind that. Shaman Boggum has almost finished his antidote. Once Reeman's Bluff recovers, our warriors will find these bandits and crack open their skulls. I must remain here and see my husband recovers. If you're willing, you should track down Gargak and put an end to his madness.
Where could Gargak be?
Sharnak said most attacks come from the north. There are some caves, an old mine, and a ruined Imperial tower in that direction. If you find Gargak, do what you must to stop him. You do so with my husband's authority, with my authority.
I'll stop Gargak. Really curious, trying to see the... Oh. That would be the ailing chief. It's funny, they're not that far off.
What do we have here?
I'm here on behalf of Barkbite Stronghold.
Do you know the Code of Moloch? It's a simple code, but it's the one I live by. Don't steal, so I aim to conquer. Don't kill your kin, and none have died in my attacks. Don't attack without cause, but I have more than enough cause.
Why do you have cause to attack your own people?
When my father passed, I was to become chief by right. But then my little brother challenged me for leadership of the stronghold. 2 schemers put him up to it, as long as he'd make them Hunt Wife and Forge Wife. They knew I had no respect for them.
Losing your challenge doesn't excuse what you've done.
Not by my brother's skill. His future Forge Wife insisted we use matched weapons. As we fought, I grew lightheaded. My palms burned and I could barely keep a grip. But I fought on, and was about to strike my brother down, when my sword shattered.
You believe the blade was sabotaged?
No other explanation. The Hunt Wife poisoned the hilt, and the Forge Wife delivered a blade that shattered in its first melee. My brother must have known. Heard they died last month, some sort of fire. A shame they won't see me take my revenge.
Isn't there a way to avoid further bloodshed?
I don't see how. It's my birthright to rule, and my brother stands in the way.
Or why rule over Barkbite Stronghold? Why not here?
What do you mean? Base my mercenaries out of this tower? It's a central location, certainly. Overlooks a choke point through all corners of the Valenwood. But no, I'm a Reeman's Bluff orc. Without a mind to work, I'd be nothing next to my brother.
Mormont said there was an Imperial mine nearby.
A played-out Imperial mine, I'd heard. And it's infested with trolls. Clearing them out will be no easy task. I suppose if there's ore in the mine, I could leave my brother to rot in the stronghold. But I'd need proof.
I'll search the mine for ore.
And I'll send someone I trust to meet you at the mine. I can't just take your word on this. I'm sure you understand. But I'll hold my mercenaries back until we find out if there's ore in that mine. I give you my word.
My Thieves Guild's max rank.
I completely forgot Minecraft was here this whole time. Didn't even introduce him, did I?
Nope.
Well, joining me for commentary.
These skills max rank. It's low tops the max.
Nice. Joining, hopefully joining me soon in illicit activities is our sneaky Argonian thief,
Lord Doof. Okay, I don't need thinking too much Leaf anymore. I'm gonna go do some Dark Brotherhood. Murder time.
Didn't expect to see you again. I'm glad you came to your senses about Gargak. He asked me to verify any ore we find, so here I am. Let's get this over with.
Let's go. I should really change my rotation on my bar. But if I change the shit now, I'm never gonna get it right, so.
What do we have here? This is iron ore. I'll get some samples. Go tell Gargak that with this ore, we'll have the finest weapons in Grotwood.
Wait a minute. This is a very relatively small mine. Could go further into the, possibly get more, but that is only one piece of ore. Could have been more done here. Could have gone further. It'll stave off the fighting for the time being. God, imagine if that was honored in the U.S. When the father dies, the older and the younger son can duke it out for the estate.
Sounds fun. Templar magic spam.
Have you brought me proof? What did Rakaz say?
Rakaz says you'll have the finest weapons in Grotwood.
She wouldn't say that lightly. With quality metal, I could rebuild this tower as a new home and drive my brother's tin profits into the ground. I'm an orc of my word. My quarrel ends today.
Well, that was easy. Hey, there's a Thieves' Trove here. Wait. Ember.
Oh, good. I was so bored.
How am I with Ember?
Need something?
Here and there. I haven't found a Thieves' Trove in a long time.
I'm right beside you. Let's get out there.
Alright, that's done.
I'm with you.
Where do I want to go? I think I'm finally going to head down the road and take on whatever this was over here. going on with my... Yeah. Okay. I gotta visit a stable and do something with my,
For Stendarr!
What's he doing here?
Her vision holds true. Stay your hand and hear my words. Dominion, Pact, Covenant. You're like school children fighting over marbles, while the world around you is on fire.
What do you mean? Who are you?
I am the most humble servant to the blessed goddess Almalexia. Her divine vision foresaw your coming, as in a dream. We share a common enemy. That does not make us friends, but it does make us allies.
A common enemy, you say?
Prince of Schemes, the Harvester of Souls. Do not force me to speak his name. One of his dark anchors has planted itself in the ruins of what was once the town Gilvardale. Those who came to destroy it have gone missing. We must find them.
If they oppose Moloch Ball, I'll help you look for them.
Good. We will set aside differences for the sake of Tamriel. We need to know what happened here. The surviving members of the group sent to destroy the Dark Anchor will know best. We must split up and search.
Tell me more about Almalexia.
She is our merciful healing mother, divine goddess of the tribunal of Morrowind, who I am sworn to serve. Though occupied with the war that rages on, her compassion extends to all when it comes to the vile Prince of Schemes.
You mentioned she sent you to find me. How could that be?
My goddess possesses many gifts, not the least of which is her sight. She saw you were crucial to what must happen here, and that your hatred of the Prince of Schemes burns almost as deeply as her own.
Who are the people we're trying to find?
Allies, recruited by Almalexia to aid me in opposing the Harvester of Souls, plucked from the best of the Fighters Guild across Tamriel. Every one of them experienced the destroying Dark Anchors, which is what makes their disappearance so troubling.
What can you tell me about Gilvardale?
Perhaps you have heard the song in the taverns. O Gilvardale, your name is desolation on my lips. Once a thriving wood elf town was nestled, full of life and music, until he came.
Who?
The Harvester of Souls claimed them all, reaping every last soul. Almalexia saw the horror as it unfolded, but could do nothing. Her memory is long and her compassion burns like the sun. She sent a group of us to destroy the Dark Anchor here.
Why is this... Could this be the Wood Elf town that...
Chance of finding him if we split up and search different areas. I'll meet you later.
This kind of reminds me... Could this be related to, that Wood Elf village that, or Wood Elf faction that's in Cold Harbor? It's a fishing spot there. Don't need it, but...
Maeve, are you all right?
Please get me out of here. I saw what they did to the others. It is a fate worse than death.
What happened here?
We fought the worm cultists to the center of Gilvardale, beneath the hollow tree. The Dark Anchor loomed before us, swarming with Daedra, like so many others we'd seen before.
But it wasn't long before we realized something was different.
What?
We couldn't budget. Nothing we tried worked. All around it was this feeling, a chill running down our spines. It was his presence, from when he reaped the souls of Gilvardel all those years ago. It's strengthening the Dark Anchor somehow.
So how do we destroy the anchor?
There are evil devices planted in the earth. The worm cultists call them Fangs of Chaos. They seem to be channeling the residual magic from Molag Bal's presence into the anchor. Ares tried to destroy one, but it killed him the instant he hit it.
How can we destroy them then?
I don't know. If mortal weapons are useless, if even the most devastating magic fails, what hope do mere mortals have against the Prince of Schemes?
Don't worry, Maeva. I'll see you safely away from this place.
Nonsense. You and your friend here must destroy the Dark Anchor, or the others died in vain.
You always put yourself last, don't you? Maeva's account of the Fangs gives me an idea. Of course, the Fangs. It all makes sense now. Blessed Almalexia had a vision that the Prince of Schemes had sunk his teeth into the ground at Gilvardel. The Fangs she saw in her vision must be the devices Maeva described.
Did she see how to destroy them?
Have you ever seen a goddess cry? It is a terrible thing to behold. So perfect a face, marred by so many tears. Almalexia's tears for Gilvardel crystallized into a beautiful gem, filled with all her fury directed at the Harvester of Souls.
What's the point of this story?
A goddess never suffers without purpose. The gem can destroy the Fangs of Chaos. Blessed Almalexia warned me that no mortal could wield the gem without also being destroyed by her rage. She told me to wait for the soulless, deathless one. You.
What must I do?
Take Almalexia's tear. Destroy the worm cultists. Their blood will awaken her fury. Once my goddess's fury is released from the gem, nothing, not even these Fangs of Chaos, will withstand it. I will remain at your side to see this through.
Okay. Okay. Now how do I... Oh shoot, my blade was out already. Or my weapon was out already.
Move now! Your prowess was befitting a knight. Well done.
Oh, I gotta empower this thing every time I use it. Oh.
Oh, nice. What did you find? Nice to get off my feet.
Oh right, I gotta charge this thing now.
This is not the end of our tale.
somebody explain to me why this is not working? Yeah.
There are none left to stand against us.
Is this gonna be a dolmen, another dolmen, oh no, it's just, the boss is already down, I guess. Alright.
It is dark. The Harvester of Souls' presence is receding from the land, though it is likely that this place will be forever scarred.
Won't the worm cult just try to reclaim this place?
They will try, but without the Daedra or the link to Cold Harbor, destroying the remaining worm cultists will be quick work. I will warn the Dominion of what they attempted with the Fangs of Chaos. It will not be allowed to happen again. I must send word to the Dominion of what transpired here. Almalexia sees great things from you, but whether good or bad, I can't say. Thank you for your help. If we meet again, I hope it is as allies once more. Farewell.
I've got 2 more that I've revealed, so I don't feel like riding there, so let's just fast travel. Man, leveling up your CP is not that slow when you're,
Hey, you! Please wait! Oh, thank Ifrit. I wasn't sure I would find anyone out here. My village needs help. The forest has turned against us.
What do you mean? What's going on?
I don't know how else to describe it. Spriggans and Sench just started tearing through our village in numbers. We've had to take refuge in a sacred cave where we hold our religious ceremonies.
What can I do?
Trethane Roland sent me to look for outside help. I don't know what he intends. He said something about a horrible crime. I think he thinks the forest is trying to exact justice for something. He's in the sacred cave with the others.
Alright, I'll speak with him.
the reins.
God, I'm gonna have to fight my way through this again later. For a moment, I thought that was Milanith.
I can't tell you how glad I am you're here. Something is horribly amiss, and we can't leave this cave without fearing for our lives until it's put right.
What exactly is happening here?
We are followers of the Green Pact, pledged to protect the forest from all harm. In exchange, the forest shapes itself to our needs. But now the forest has turned against us, stirring the Sench to attack us and driving us into hiding.
What could cause that?
Only a gross violation of the Green Pact could cause the forest to attack us in this way. My suspicions were confirmed when we entered this cave. We found the sacred blossom, Sanguine Alendo, cut from its stem. No wonder the forest is angry.
How can we find the responsible party?
The requirements for correcting a violation of the Green Pact are well established. 3 kinds of proof are required for judgment: witness testimony, physical evidence, and a magical omen. Without all 3, no judgment can be rendered.
Why haven't you collected these things already?
I've been able to narrow the suspects by talking to the villagers, but to gather more evidence we'd need to leave this cave. For as long as justice is denied under the Green Pact, the forest will destroy any of us who set foot outside this cave.
I'll find evidence of the Pact Breaker.
You have my gratitude. There are 3 suspects whose behavior has been called into question. Aranak, the Khajiit merchant, Spinner Aranas, and his wife Gathiel. I suggest talking to my people to find possible witness testimony before venturing into the town.
Okay.
So Trethane Rallen has you looking into the destruction of the sacred flower. I hope you understand this isn't just about a plant. The Green Pact defines us. Our whole way of life is based on it. I hope you take the investigation seriously.
I'd like to ask you about the accused.
I'm happy to answer any questions you have, but I can tell you already that it was our spinner.
What makes you so sure it was Spinner Aranis?
He's an alchemist. He makes unnatural concoctions with plants. He claims to never use anything forbidden, but everyone knows that alchemists need lots of herbs to do their work. I am willing to testify against him for bringing this down on us.
What are your thoughts about Aranak the merchant?
That merchant is harmless. He only gets what people ask him to acquire, and I've never seen him harm a leaf. If it weren't for him, we'd be cut off from the rest of the world entirely.
Have you noticed anything unusual about Gathiel, the Spinner's wife?
I won't stand any bad-mouthing of Gathiel. Sure, she's married to that alchemist, but she's nothing like him, rooting around in the dirt for dead leaves. The way she carries herself, her beauty, her refinement, she would never stoop so low.
I don't like this guy as a witness. He's got a bias. Because if his testimony gets the Spinner executed, then the wife becomes available for him to have. Sure shit ain't calling him.
I heard you've been made Pact Advocate. Is this true? I want to help in any way I can. The Green Pact is sacred, and the person who broke it must be brought to justice.
We'll get to the bottom of this. Do you mind answering some questions?
Anything to fix this.
Have you had any dealings with Aranak the Merchant?
Aranak's been in our town for years. Why would he suddenly decide to do this? Besides, the Pact is a special bond between the Wood Elves and the Forest. I don't think the Forest would react this way if Aranak were guilty.
And Spinner Aranis?
Aranis is a good man. He's the village spinner, so it's his job to pass on the stories of the Wood Elves and the Green. I learned about the Green Pact from his stories when I was a child. He would never endanger the village, or break the pact.
What about Gaffiel, the Spinner's wife?
A real piece of work. Always scheming, that one is. Spinner's wife or not, I'm sure she's guilty. She's been sick for weeks and just happens to get better the night the pact was broken. I testify against her in a heartbeat.
So Trethane Roland wants you to investigate the violation of the Green Pact. I don't see what there is to investigate. The culprit is plain enough, but I'm happy to help.
I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Ask what you want, but I think it's obvious who did it. That Khajiit has always held our traditions in contempt.
What can you tell me about Khajiit Merchant Aranak?
The night the Green Pact was broken, there was a terrible storm. I was sitting by the window, watching the lightning. That's when I saw that filthy cat sneak off into the woods towards the cave. I will happily testify against him.
Do you feel that strongly about Spinner Aranis?
Spinner Aranis is our guiding light. He helped heal my cousin when she got sick, and has always been a staunch defender of the Green Pact. It's offensive he's even under suspicion.
I see. How about his wife, Gaffiel?
Gaffiel has her moments of ego, but she's a loyal member of this community. We were all praying for her during her recent illness, and were thrilled at her recovery. I don't think she's capable of this crime.
Joy. That doesn't help. Everybody has... Only thing I could do would be the one against the Khajiit, and it's not because I am against the Khajiit, but it's the only one I've seen actually, only testimony that I have that the person has actually witnessed. Everything else is kind of coincidence. I mean, it's just as likely that the spinner used the plant to cure his wife, but by the same token, there's no right now. No one is, or rather, by the same token, he's held in regards as a almost like a paragon of the community.
Look out, everyone! Tamriel's best duo is back.
And I can't, so I gotta keep that in mind. One guy, I think, is just jealous of the fucking, spinner, so... Or is deeply infatuated with the wife, so therefore he could just say anything to, get the spinner out of the, question. Meanwhile, the other one just has her problems with the spinner's wife, and this... Once again, it's coincidence that she just made a recovery the day it was broken. It could easily be that the guy, once again, it's depending on how cliche you want things to be, it could be the spinner did sacrifice everything he knew to save his wife, but innocent until proven guilty. Lightning charred rock. Well, if that doesn't fucking bury the frickin' Khajiit. That chest? Yes, it is.
I love a good fire. Reminds me of being a kid. Being hungry wasn't so bad when you were warm.
Oh, there's tree thing. The spinner's house. Large cutting of vibrant but wilting plants lays here on Spinner Ernest's alchemy stand. Most of the blocks have been removed. Pick up plant cutting. What's this? This wasting disease eats at me, taking a little more of me each day. It takes all that. I am now more confused than ever. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
I would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it all my life. It is unthinkable.
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. Only wood elves can break the Green Pact.
I found a book of invoices that says you delivered a stalk of the sacred flower.
And if I did cut the flower, that does not solve the wood elves' problem. The Green Pact is their custom. I got an anonymous order for a flower and I filled it. I did not know the flower was secret. The one who placed the order is guilty, not me.
Thank you for the information.
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. Only wood elves can break the Green Pact.
It's truly terrible what has come upon the village, but I promise I'm not the one responsible. It's my duty as Spinner to teach the children about the Green Pact. I would never violate it.
How can you possibly defend just cutting the sacred plant that I found on your alchemy stand?
I know what it looks like, but I didn't cut that plant. I found it in the forest by the dead tree. It was already cut. I thought it was a gift from Ifrit to cure my wife of a wasting sickness. Please, you must believe me.
Okay, thank you for the information.
It's truly terrible.
I would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it all my life. It is unthinkable.
In your diary, you write that you'll do anything to recover from your illness.
How dare you? You read my most private thoughts and then hold them against me as evidence? Last I heard, thinking was not a crime.
As advocate, I was told to leave no stone unturned in my investigation.
So callous. How would you feel if you were dying? Wouldn't you seek a cure? Of course I looked for something that would help, but in the end it took faithful prayer and nothing else.
Thank you for the
I
information.
would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it all my life. It is unthinkable.
This is... I mean, I could keep talking in circles about this, but I'm really curious what I can...
We stand ready to hear your findings, Advocate. I encourage you to ask the suspects about any evidence you found before making an accusation.
As you wish.
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. Only wood elves can break the Green Pact.
How do you explain this charred rock next to your lightning-shattered cart?
Yes, there was a storm the other night, and storms bring lightning. What does that prove? I should have chosen a better place to keep my car, that is all.
Fair enough.
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. Only wood elves can break the Green Pact.
I have an eyewitness who says you were creeping around outside the night the pact was broken.
I was out in the storm trying to clear away fallen branches and protect my cart. All the good it did. Please, it wasn't me.
It's truly terrible what has come upon the village, but I promise I'm not the one responsible. It's my duty as Spinner to teach the children about the Green Pact. I would never violate it.
One of your fellow villagers says that as an alchemist you use illicit plant material.
Alchemy is not a common practice among wood elves, so it's understandable that there's some confusion. The only plant material I've ever used were leaves and flowers that naturally fell to the ground, as per our laws. It's truly terrible what has come upon the village, but I promise I'm not the one responsible. It's my duty as Spinner to teach the children about the Green Pact. I would never violate it.
What do you think caused your sigil to break like this?
My sigil. It's unfortunate. There was a fierce storm the other night. What's a tangle of dead branches against a gale like that? That's assuming the storm did it. Someone could have easily destroyed my sigil to make me look guilty.
Fair enough.
It's truly terrible what has come up.
I would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it all my life. It is unthinkable.
One of the other villagers said you recovered unnaturally quickly from a severe illness.
I was sick, yes. But my husband and I prayed to Ifrit, and she saw fit to heal me. I suppose to a jealous eye it could look suspicious, but it's not evidence of guilt.
On the contrary, some might say Ifrit has rewarded our faithfulness.
Well, I'm not the religious type.
I would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it all my life. It is unthinkable.
This astrology chart shows the signs the lady was shining brightly the night the pact was broken.
Why, yes, that is my sign, and the sign of several others in this village. Surely it was shining because I was being blessed with good health after a period of such long sickness. I am still thanking the divines for choosing to spare me.
Right.
I would never violate the...
We stand ready to hear your findings, Advocate. I encourage you to ask the suspects about any evidence you found before making an accusation.
I believe I have what is needed.
Remember, once you have made an accusation, you must present the supporting evidence as requested.
I understand. I'm ready to make an accusation.
If you are truly ready, please name the accused.
Hold on a moment. Let me read the journal again. 'Cause that's... or diary. Yeah.
We stand ready to... Remember, once you have made it... If you are truly ready, please name the accused.
Gathiel, the spinner's wife.
You have formally accused Gathiel, the wife of our spinner, of breaking the Green Pact. Who do you have to stand in testimony against the accused?
I ask Sen... I can't pronounce her name. To stand in testimony.
Citizen, please step forth as accuser. Advocate, what physical evidence do you have to present to us?
Gathiel's diary, detailing the intention to acquire Sanguine Allendale to cure an illness.
We accept this diary into evidence. Please place it on the table. Please present the final piece of evidence, an omen from the heavens portending the guilt of the accused.
Gathiel's astrology chart, showing the recent prominent signs.
We accept this astrology chart into evidence. Please place it on the table. Please allow me a moment to review the evidence you have presented, Advocate.
Of course.
After a careful review of the evidence provided to this court, I find the spinner's wife, Gathiel, guilty as charged.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We have asked much of you in this terrible affair, but I must rely upon you for one final sacred task. Please escort the prisoner to the judgment chamber below.
Oh boy.
This isn't real. This is all a bad dream.
Follow me.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
The fact that she's following and no, nothing like that, that's... I could've... I see what they were going here. I could have pinned it on the merchant who was just filling a request. But his logic is not wrong. He could have, he's the type to just go and gather things. If it were up to me, I would like to blame everybody but the spinner. But
I didn't have a choice. It was just one plant. I would have died otherwise.
Blood for blood. It is
just got...
done. It is done. It is done.
You have done what we could not. You have restored us to the Green Pact. All is right, even if all is not yet well. Thank you.
Gathiel is dead.
Gathiel was the gem of our village. It's still hard to believe, but who could blame her for wanting a cure to her illness? The Green Pact is a harsh burden sometimes. Still, we are grateful to you. You're welcome here anytime.
You know, in hindsight, maybe I ought to have just accused the Khajiit and gotten it over with. That way, even though... But he's not wrong. He was on the assumption that he could, he shouldn't be, affected by a promise since he's not a wood elf. Oh shoot, these guys are friendly now. I don't know. All I know is that if it were an American court, both the Khajiit and the wife would have been accused of something and punished. Yeah. It's funny, I was ready to accuse the Khajiit myself. I'm like, wow, he filled an invoice. He's a merchant. But then you find out who was the one who placed the order. And that muddles the waters a lot.
Yes! Are we going to race?
I don't know. Could have gone a happy ever after for the husband and the wife. In hindsight. God, I'm glad I'm not in law.
Good to see your face again.
I've got to get back in there.
Oh boy.
Stay back. There's only death ahead. Shades boiled out of the ground and fell upon us. So much death.
What happened?
Mages Guild. They were excavating this ruin for artifacts, but they woke something up. Some of the acolytes are still trapped inside. If I don't do something, those acolytes are done for. But I've lost a lot of blood.
Stay here. I'll free the acolytes. All the things in this in this world that people just stumble. The unquiet dead. What are the odds that I can... Figures as much.
Light out there!
You arrived in the nick of time.
Thank you. I can make it back to camp from here. Another find for your pack.
You know, real. If it were real, and I don't know why I'm dwelling so much on this. But if it were real, I would have pulled all the people aside and instead of having them stand straight like that and explain to them what I'm seeing. Really curious to see what the spinner would have said. Would the spinner have begged for me to accuse the Khajiit and let his wife live? And then spend the rest of his life knowing darn well that...
Follow me quickly, before any more of them return. Research. All I want to do is research. Why do I always end up in life or death situations? Either in Darwin's Cursed or I am. Shades boiling up from the ground? What next? Trolls in heat?
Tell me what happened.
We were excavating for artifacts when Dominion soldiers showed up, demanding we turn over anything we'd found. And Darwin showed them what we had, but Lieutenant Orion insisted we work faster. No protocols, no safeguards.
Why?
I have no idea. The Mages Guild has procedures for a reason. Oh, the soldiers listened. We found an ancient scepter made from bone. But before we could properly contain the artifact, one of those idiots grabbed it.
Is that when the shades appeared?
That's right. And if it weren't for you, I'd have joined them. I'm heading back to our base camp. You should speak with Darwin if you think you can help sort out this mess. You can't be any worse than Lieutenant Orion.
Thanks, I guess. I'll keep that in mind.
What are you doing? That's not your property. That bone scepter is the only thing of note we found. There's no end of trouble since we pulled it from the ruin. It's not dangerous, not directly. What I mean to say is that holding it won't rot your hand off. At least not immediately.
What does it do?
It summons all the shades, I suspect. It certainly doesn't control them. Not that I've found anyway. Although, the markings carved into the scepter are all Ayleid, for Pale Sentinel. Could that mean the creature at the heart of the ruin?
What creature?
It's the only shade we've heard speak, though it mostly just wails. It is rather pale, come to think of it, and the scepter works obsidian into bone, which is an old form of necromantic control. Say, would you care to help prove a theory?
What exactly do you have in mind?
If that shade is in fact the Pale Sentinel, that bone scepter may have some control over it. And if it's directing the rest of the shades, perhaps you could force it to stop. Besides, we can't allow Telekkar's ancient traps to remain active. Not this close to Elden Root.
Before I go, who is Telekar?
He was a necromancer, one of Menamarko's most talented apprentices. But he and his wife Vestari eventually left Menamarko's tutelage.
Why did they leave?
It isn't entirely clear. There are many theories, but they all boil down to a difference of opinion. Seems to be the way of things with necromancers.
Yeah. But everywhere we go, we see necromancers. I always find it interesting that whenever you got...
Shining Steel. Leave this place. I won't let you wake me.
Wait, who am I fighting? Oh, that ain't it. Okay.
Leave this place. I won't let you wake him.
I don't fully understand.
There are none left to stand against us. Say to some celebratory sweets.
I'd be all for that if we can actually finish this quest. Am I supposed to go in here, or I can't open it, so it's not because I'm in combat. Trying to find somebody here that's like possessed.
Move your feet. Get moving.
The Bone Scepter. No, please, don't wake him. Stop. Don't make me go back. I was so close to escaping him forever.
Escaping from who?
A bad man who sleeps inside these ruins. When he wakes, I'll be trapped here forever. I'll do everything I can to get away.
Is that why you attacked the Magus Guild acolytes?
I did not. Telekar's servants hurt those people. They don't like you if you aren't from here. When he wakes, he'll control them completely. Just like me.
Why should I trust
The
you?
Bone Scepter holds power over Telekar's monsters. Over me. I can't lie to you. Besides, lying is wrong.
Who are you?
One of Telekar's victims. But I don't have to be. If you can free me before he wakes, I'll leave. Then he'll go back to sleep forever.
Then I'll do what I can to set you free.
Hooray! Follow me inside the ruin. We don't want the Shades to hear us. They're his spies, you know.
Alright, I'll follow you inside. This is a fucking trap.
Quiet in here. Telekar's servants don't like things with blood inside them. And they really don't like noise.
How can we keep Telekar from
There's
waking?
a big sparkly door inside the Constellation Room. It's this big lock Vistari made, to keep him asleep inside. She doesn't come around anymore. I think that's why the door isn't so sparkly.
Who was Vistari?
Telekar's wife. They fought and fought, because he was a bad man, and she was a good woman. But she thought she could change him. When she realized he'd always been bad, she locked him in here. But the lock grew weak, and now he's waking.
How do we reinforce the lock?
Vistari left 3 of the things we need in special rooms around the ruins. The 4th is stuck inside some of Telekar's servants. If you smash them open, I won't tell. But about all the pieces, I don't know how to make them work together. I'm sorry.
Where are these special rooms?
The morning room, the smelly room, and the forbidden room. But don't worry, I can keep you safe. We should just go there. I'll point out what we need.
How can you keep me safe?
Distract Telekar's servants. Point the bone scepter at one of them and I'll blind it. Then you can smack it until it falls down. Don't worry, it's not like you're hurting it. They get back up again, eventually.
I want to know what I'm looking for.
The most important thing is the book Vistari wrote in when she locked the door. We need to find that so we know what to do in the Constellation Room.
What else do we need?
There's an old skull Telekar stole from Menamarco. Then there's a glowy vial. I don't know what's inside, but if you listen real close, you can hear whispers. Oh, and the Milky Rocks. You'll find those inside some of Telekar's servants.
Okay.
Behold, the Forbidden Room. I come here to think sometimes. It's where Vistari left the book she wrote in when she put Telekar to sleep.
Oh, I really hope I don't have to read the damn thing.
It's the smelly room. That glowy vial lit the hallways when Vistari carried it back from the Constellation Room. Once we find all the pieces,
Stendarr was
I don't
no
like
less
the
than that
moonlight.
night.
All the servants used to live in the cages, but Vistari brought that old skull back here. I'm sure of it. That's the last of them. We have all the pieces. We should go to the Constellation Room and put Telekar back to sleep.
And now, let me see if the journal actually says anything. Excuse me. This is starting to sound like a little bit of Pet Cemetery.
Stendarr was with us in that fight.
Oh joy. There a book in here somewhere, please?
You have everything Vistari had when she made Telekar go to sleep. I don't remember how she did it. I'm sorry. But I know she used the altars in the Constellation Room.
Wait. I guess I could just trial and error through it. Yeah, I don't know. If there was a clue, I flipped through the journal. I did not see it. But the solutions are also extremely like simple oftentimes, and you overthink it more often than not. What was it? No. Here I thought I finally figured out the pattern. Don't even know what this is technically doing to me, but whatever it is, it ain't doing much. Alright, let me just read this and see. Oh, Lord.
You have everything Vistari had. Something's happening. I think it's working.
How dare you intrude within my... What? It's
No!
you!
Let me go!
You there! Explain yourself. What are you doing in my home? Who are you? Why have you invaded my home?
Your undead servants attacked Mage's Guild
The
explorers.
Shades defend my home from thieves. Neither I nor my servants bear any interest in the living. My work concerns one who died long ago. And now, I would know why this creature travels with you.
It wanted to steal you away.
Simple-minded thing. Those wards haven't contained me for decades. I remain within by choice. Now, I'm at a critical juncture in my research, and I need this creature to complete it. If you interfere, I'll drive you from my home. Now, be gone.
No, please! I don't want to stay here!
You dare interrupt me? Kalian, my son, see to this intruder.
Man, you couldn't even make him come back as like an like something that looks elfish. It's no wonder the wife left you. Let me just see, is that... Well, that's most of his, that's his body, that's for damn sure.
Again, you trouble me at a critical juncture. What must I do to hasten your departure?
Tell me what you're doing here.
Attempting to restore my son, despite your interruptions. That creature is a piece of him, an imperfect piece. If I reunite flesh and spirit, I can revive my son.
Why are you doing this?
He's my son. I'd do anything to restore him to a fraction of himself. With refinement, I can make him whole again. Vistari thought this hubris. If she hadn't left this world, I'd try to make her understand.
What didn't she understand?
That we could one day be a family again. I needed time to refine my methods, and time I have had. And now, I have his spirit. I don't wish to harm this creature. But without the Bone Scepter to control it, I must resort to cruder methods.
I have the Bone Scepter.
You what? That scepter is crafted from my own bones. It can bind the creature to his immortal husk. Once Kalian's wounds knit, I'll summon him here. You must bind the creature to his husk. Set things to how they should be.
Why should I do that for you?
You feared I would raise an undead army to march through Grapple? My wife and I spurned Mannimarco for a reason. But in return for binding this creature to my son's husk, I pledge we will remain within our home forever.
Why shouldn't I set your son's spirit free?
He was young when he had his accident. Too young. The creature you've met can't fully comprehend the world around it. Unless properly supervised, it could harm itself or others without knowing what it did. No, to set it free would be a cruelty.
He's got a point there. Why did you use your own bones to make the bone scepter?
Kalian is my son. I needed all his remains to craft the husk, so I had to use my own for the scepter. To command a spirit, use a focus made of its bones or those of its close relatives. Basic necromantic principle.
How do I know you won't leave this place?
I broke through the Starry's ward just under a century ago. I have remained here ever since, attempting to restore what remained of my family. I will never leave, as long as Kalian remains at my side. This is my home.
No, please. You can't make me be a monster again.
What do you want, Kalian?
I don't want to be here anymore. It hurt when I was a monster. It hurt worse than these chains. I want my father to sleep so I can go away.
How can I make your father sleep?
No. I wish you could use the bone scepter on him. Point it at his body. There on the throne. And tell him to go to sleep. Then I could finally leave.
Where would you go?
Far away from here. Somewhere safe and warm. Somewhere where I'd have friends.
Oh, great. This whole episode is just tearing families apart, ain't it? Very destroyed for one family. What's another one under my belt, right? Could suffer. Maybe he could become regular again. But what guarantee would it be that... You know what? From an objective standpoint, I also cannot let an otherwise untamed spirit free. Alright.
Help! Don't let them take me!
Finally, my child is restored to me. There's still so much to be done, but you start with clay before moving on to marble. Vistari, if only you could see how wrong you were.
The Mages Guild will expect you to keep your promise.
I'll open a portal so you can tell them directly. My servants will defend our home from trespassers, but shall not stray beyond the ruins above. If they seek lost knowledge, the Reliquary of Stars is a wonderful old ruin, and it isn't here.
Fair enough.
Go away.
Makes you wonder if the father would react the same way. That was something. Did I finish it? Oh, I did. Oh, I guess it's time for the zone guide. Wait.
This is nice. Aurelia and I used to go camping like this on High Isle. Seems like a long, long time ago.
Can kind of look at the map and see a bunch of different potential points of interest. Saw a quest marker nearby. That's one, that's two. You can see a third one here.
Brackenleaf Briars built this shrine as tribute to the animals of Grackwood.
Who are Brackenleaf Briars?
We're hunters who seek balance in all things. Most of us are wood elves native to Grackwood, but any who wish to learn the ways of the forest can undertake our trials and join our ranks. Assuming they survive.
Where can I take your trials?
It's in Brackenleaf's forest, just outside of Haven, bordered by the long coast. Our leader's name is Glaris. If you choose to seek her out, do yourself a favor. Be respectful, and she'll do the same for you.
Guess I'll do that. Man, I've just managed to pick up a random quest for a point of interest that's not even here.
Halt, citizen. By order of the Thalmor Inner Council, all contact with the Argonians in the Grey Mire is restricted until further notice.
Argonians? What's going on here?
Any questions or complaints related to the Argonian presence in the Grey Mire should be directed to Officer Parwinell at the Northern Barricade. Or are you looking for work? She needs outside help to help resolve this situation.
What do you mean?
Not for me to say. Officer Parwinell can tell you what she needs. Stay vigilant, citizen.
I'll speak with her.
Soldier, I appreciate your vigilance, but the Argonians in the Grey Mire are guests. Refrain from any further displays of zeal, or I'll have you scrubbed down the barricade. Dismissed. If you're here to complain about the Argonian refugees, there's nothing I can do. They're to remain behind the barricades until the Thalmor resolves their status.
I heard you were looking for outside help.
Praise Ifrin, someone who isn't going on about Argonian spies. Last year, this tribe arrived in Grackwood as refugees, but because we're all part of the Dominion now, my superiors can't decide what to do with them.
Could they be spying on the Dominion?
Absolutely not. This entire tribe was enslaved by Dark Elves. They have more reason to hate the Ebonheart Pact than you or I. But someone in Eldenwood decides to set an example, and now there are barricades. It's why I need outside help.
What kind of help do you need?
Here's a list of the tribe's leaders. I need to know why they refuse to speak with us. Unless my report says they're cooperating, my superiors have an excuse to exile them.
I'll see what I can learn.
Soldiers and barricades aren't exactly a welcoming feast, but unless the Argonians are willing to speak with us, they won't stay in Grackwood for much longer.
What can you tell me of the tribe's leaders?
Utarte is some kind of spiritual leader, friendly sort. Slimjar fishes for a living, with eyes as cold and dead as her catches. As for No Fingers, I have no idea what he does, but the tribe respects him.
Are the Thalmor normally in charge of soldiers?
No. As a justiciar, the Thalmor Inner Council directs me to investigate and enforce Dominion law. They've never given me soldiers. Without an armed encampment, the Argonians might have trust in me. But that's not how they see it in Eldenwood.
Welcome. What brings you to the Greymire?
I'm passing through.
And you're a wandering soul, much like our tribe was? Without the gracious Wood Elves, we would still roam Tamriel in search of a new home. Once the Dominion understand the depth to our gratitude, I'm certain they'll remove the barricades.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Please, ask me anything.
What do you think of the Dominion?
The Dominion capital is the Wood Elf city of Elden Root. The bulk of its armies are Wood Elf soldiers. I see no difference between the Dominion and our Wood Elf benefactors.
What about the barricades around your village?
The tribe's leadership will soon meet to discuss this matter. Some fear the Dominion plan to enslave us, as the Dark Elves once did. I hope to put this absurdity to rest. You're welcome to attend the meeting, Wanderer. We have nothing to hide.
How'd your tribe end up in Groktwood?
We were slaves to Dark Elves for generations. When the Ebonheart Pact formed, we refused to fight beside our former captors. They called us traitors and banished us from our lands. We roamed Tamriel for years, and only stopped when we reached Groktwood.
And why did you settle here?
We asked the Wood Elves here for temporary shelter. Instead, they gave us the Greymire. All they asked was that we work the land and set aside some of our fish. For this, we must always be grateful.
What is your role in this tribe?
In Black Marsh, I was a tree minder. I tended the Hist, the great trees of our people. Here, I will become a spinner, to speak with the trees of Groktwood. I will lead my people to Ifra, the Wood Elf god of the forest.
Why do you want to become a spinner?
We've always thought that without the Hist, there can be no hatchlings. But with Ifra's guidance, I will find a way. Think of it. Argonians native to Groktwood, to our new way of life. Proud citizens of the Dominion, which Queen Ayrenn hopes to build.
Oh yeah. Definite bad blood in that regard. Hello? Are you No Fingers? Find another way to work No Fingers. Wait a minute. Was this a quest that you did, Minecraft?
Huh?
Was this a quest you did earlier where you had to pour a bucket of water on somebody?
Where are you?
I'm in Groktwood.
Groktwood? No.
Oh.
It was part of zone completion for, I think, Hughes Bane.
Hmm.
I was dreaming of speckled fish. Now I'm hungry and wet. Explain yourself.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Despite what you may have heard, a bucket of water to the face isn't a traditional Argonian greeting. I'm not one to stand on ceremony. What's on your mind?
What do you think of the Dominion?
As long as I can raise my guar and sleep in the shade, I don't care who rules this land. We want to live in peace, as a free people. If the Dominion supports us, then I support the Dominion.
What if they don't support you?
I'd find somewhere else to sleep in the shade. Some of the rough skins in this village might not see it the same way. I wouldn't go throwing buckets of water on them. We might lose a finger.
I'll keep that in mind.
The meeting. I nearly slept through it. Udate wants to discuss the grumbling about the barricades. You should come. See how we govern ourselves.
Why are you called No Fingers?
Roamed from one end of Tamriel to the other, handling vicious beasts along the way. In all that time, I've never lost a finger. But the moment I call myself Lost No Fingers, a guar will tear off my arm.
What is your role in this tribe?
When my tribe left the Black Marsh, we brought along our native wildlife. None wanted the job, so I took charge. I prefer beasts to people. More pragmatic, less complicated, and you always know when one plans to eat you.
How does that make you a leader?
It doesn't. But when you're the one who keeps the ones who come, nobody gets on your bad side. Ha! I had you. The tribe sees one who remains calm in the face of danger. And with this comes respect. Simple as that.
Is there a Wamasu here? Or was he just joking too?
Be gone, outsider. You have no place here.
Can I ask you? Wow. Can I ask you some questions?
I speak with warriors, not spoiled eggs.
Forgive me, I didn't mean to offend someone of your stature.
Your words are drenched in honey. How far do you stick your tongue up the beehive? Very well. Ask your questions.
What do you think of the Dominion?
By Dominion, you mean Queen Irene. She's like any dark elf nation, but her lash is an army of bound lackeys. The Wood Elves and Khajiit are the worst kind of slaves. They'll pave her road to victory with their own blood, and thank her for the privilege.
So you aren't in favor of the Dominion?
Enough questions. Utate called a meeting to discuss the barricades. If you're so eager to learn my thoughts, you should attend.
Gee.
Thank you for coming, all of you. We have all heard the grumblings, but if this is to be our home, we must end this talk of defying the Dominion.
You tail-lifting fool! Do we ignore the slave pen they built around us? This wood elf god you follow corrupts your mind.
Ifrit can give us hatchlings, Slimjaw. Peace with the Dominion is our only chance of survival.
While you whisper to trees, the Dominion measures our wrists for manacles. I cannot allow this.
Slimjaw, what are you saying?
Utate, you turn our people away from the Hist. I sanction you for your heresy.
Slimjaw,
Hail
no!
Sithis!
I knew of Slimjaw's anger, but to murder Utate, madness.
Why would Slimjaw do this?
Didn't you hear her? She left Crest first from the Cliffs of Madness. The anger has burned a hole through her good sense. Killing Utate must be part of a larger plan.
What do you mean?
Slimjaw was once a Shadowscale, a holy assassin feared throughout Black Marsh. To sanction Utate as she did was a signal. Her hunters will lie in wait for whatever comes next. They'll fight to the death, so we need to fight harder.
You want me to help kill Slimjaw's hunters?
One Dominion soldier dies at the hands of these fools. My entire tribe will pay for it. So yes, we need to kill them, if it isn't too much trouble. But have no fear. Comes when called can help you track them down.
Who is comes when called?
That tiny guar sniffing at your ankle. Don't worry, it means he likes you. Sweep the beach camps for Slimjaw's hunters. I'll round up a few trusted friends and check the forest camps. We'll meet at the old sea cave west of the Grey Mire.
Alright, I'll meet you there.
We should hurry. If any of Slimjaw's hunters attack Dominion soldiers, my tribe is doomed.
How can comes when called help me find Slimjaw's hunters?
I've trained the little one to work with the hunters. He's quite familiar with their scent. If they're around, he'll be happy to lead you to them. The hunters, less happy.
That's actually pretty smart.
Good quality there.
want to do this.
Wonder what
Yay.
price that lot might fetch.
Yeah, I don't see somebody. I don't understand Slim Jaw's perspective. Because I get that. I get that she doesn't want to see her people become slaves again, but from what I understand, they don't. They haven't even tried to reason with the Dominion. And. You know, honestly, these barricades, yeah, they're meant to keep them in. But all you gotta do once you've established peace is move that tower back there, and suddenly that barricade is a wall.
Hail, Sithis! Scatter!
You're still breathing. Good. Breathing is good. Slim Jaw's deeper in the sea cave. She's trying to gain control of Mother Lightning. If she manages this, the Dominion soldiers won't stand a chance.
What is Mother Lightning?
Giant lizards with lightning in their teeth are Wamasu. Mother Lightning laid their eggs and nurtured them to hatching. Everything about her is twice their size. It pains me to say, you need to put her down when you kill Slim Jaw.
Why do you want me to do this?
I was once a Shadow Scale, just like Slim Jaw. For me to kill her without sanction would be true heresy. I've lived my life without angering the Night Mother, and I'd rather not start now. But my friend Eagerteeth has no such restriction.
Is Eagerteeth a Guar?
Yes, the one chewing on that hunter's spine. She's a feisty one. I'll return to the village and chase away the Wamasu. If they sense Mother Lightning is in danger, they might stampede through the Grey Mire.
Alright, I'll take care of Slim Jaw and Mother Lightning.
Good luck, friend. But with Eagerteeth by your side, you shouldn't have much trouble.
What is a Shadow Scale?
Argonians born under the sign of the Shadow are special. Some are taken at birth and trained as assassins. We follow the god Sithis, and through his consort wife, we receive sanctioned kills. I shouldn't say we. That life is long behind.
Why did you leave?
Slimjar and I first came to this tribe as liberators. But for every Argonian we freed, the Dark Elves tortured 10. I refused to cause more pain for my people. When the tribe was exiled, I remained as a protector. But I was too slow to protect Utate.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Circle around.
I'm with you, my friend.
Yeah. Suppose the Shadow Scale isn't afraid of fighting a guerrilla war.
Move aside.
It's a surprise. The Shadow Scale, the Dark Brotherhood, the Morang Tong, they don't. They don't work together. Seems like they're all bound under the same tenets.
Where are we going?
Have no idea where we're going.
You're back. You stopped Slimjar then. Oh no. Eagerteeth didn't survive, did she?
She didn't survive the battle. I wasn't even paying attention. She didn't survive the battle.
I see. You'll be missed, Eagerteeth. But this is no time to mourn. Officer Parwinell grows impatient with our tribe. Perhaps if you were to calm the waters, she would leave us be.
Why do you want me to speak for your tribe?
None of the others will speak with her. They fear she'll find out about the fight. So they cling to silence and hope I make it all go away. But I'm a terrible liar. There's no way I could disguise Utate and Slimjar's absence.
You want me to lie about what happened?
Don't want the tribe forced out of its home. These people, my people, they found hope in the Grey Mire. I don't want it wrenched away from them due to Slimjar's foolish actions. If I may ask, what will you tell her?
I'll do what I think is right.
As you should. I just hope what you think is right is what's best for my tribe.
There's only one way to find
Now
out.
just calm down. I haven't made any decisions yet.
This is it. The Dominion plan to drive us out of Grotwood.
Oh boy.
My scout reported sounds of battle along the beaches. This forces my hand. If I can't explain this immediately, my superiors will hear about this and assume the worst. I need you to tell me what's going on in the Grey Mire.
Some of the Argonians plan to attack your soldiers.
Where are they?
They're dead. I stopped them.
Good. It seems I have little choice. If there are rebellious elements in the Grey Mire, I have to recommend the tribe be exiled.
Why? The tribe wants to live here in peace. Those who disagreed are now dead.
If you can assure me these people can be trusted, I'll push for them to remain. But if you have any doubts, speak plainly.
The Dominion has nothing to fear from these people.
And that's all I need for my report. My superiors won't be happy, but I'm sure they'll get used to the idea eventually. Thank you for seeing the truth of the matter. I hope to have those wretched wooden barricades down within the month. Argonians of the Grey Mire, as long as this tribe pledges itself to the Dominion, you will always have a home in Grathwood.
If it means we belong, we'll pledge. Right, Shatuna?
Yes, praise the divines. Whatever allows us to stay.
I'm glad you're all so excited. Please, if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
Well, I should check to see if anybody sent me a message. It's usually how it plays out. But I think I have time for another point of interest. I'm not that hungry yet. But I've also done 4 points of interest. I could do the next 4 tomorrow, or the next time I decide to stream, and then... Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Maybe I will end the stream here. I'm about to get a quest from a skull, and let me guess, it talks.
Thought I'd be yapping here for eternity. Blasted wormies only have eyes for the empty ones. Very well. Tie me to your belt and we can get started. No time to lose.
Yep, talking skull. Not sure I'm ready for that. I've destroyed 2 families and killed a bunch of people already. Alright, Twitch. I'm gonna cut it here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, tell your friends. And Alloway signing off.